Hi, this is Christine Brown from Disability 24/7.
And I'm Kyle Pigman, co-host of the podcast. This is a podcast for people with disabilities and about disability issues. And I'm going to let you take the lead on the recent Synergy Conference, Christine.
Well, at the Synergy Conference, we had a big amount of people that really were there, close to 940, and we had lots of people who really spoke out on issues about disability rights. That even included a big hot topic for the future voting because of how this is next year, the
Yes.
disability with the election and everything.
The midterms.
And the midterms. This month, right now, as October, is Disability Employment Awareness Month, which we are talking about today. So, Kyle, what can you say is important about Disability Employment Awareness Month?
And it's to celebrate people, getting people with disabilities working, and I've seen some at Kroger and other places, and also it's a very important that we have the jobs, even if, because it's important to have a job and earn your own money instead of relying on government and others, because they may still have to run government for SSI and SSDI, but it's important that it feels good to have a job. That's the and being part of a team and organization, and also and and also and there's still some people who get uh some don't understand about their disability while working, and they have to have accommodations to uh like like a like a uh, like a big reader for their computer and stuff, and
Yeah, well, I know you're now in your 11th year at Disability Rights Ohio, correct?
yes.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm in my 8th year right now at Ohio State University, and it's been great with working there, and I love getting to try to help people when we are searching for people to be included in research, or trying to also teach other people the benefits of working. It can also help to manage anxiety. So when people are bored, they have more mental health um, challenges than if you're really in a routine, and you know when you work and when you're off, you have a routine. Um,
Yeah.
the Columbus City Council is going to be doing a resolution recognizing Disability Employment Awareness Month next Monday at City Council. So I'll be planning to go get that.
I heard about that, and because when I in my younger years, when my father was alive, he and I clashed because he thought I would back then he thought I should just be collecting SSI. I said, no, I wanted to work for a living because I value work. Me and my father was stubborn at times, but he did love me at the end. And then also, and he asked my friend and second mother, Neville, to look after him after years of accusing her of being there for money.
Well, the thing is, we are really watching out about different things going on across the state and the country. I just read on an article where they were trying to cut VR funding, and I don't know what's going to happen. It's still in the mix, but by October 9th, there could be a lot of staff up in the federal government that is going to be gone. And
I've already read because they've eliminated the positions right now in special education. It's now October 14th while we're taping right now.
yes, but I'm saying that it's supposed to go into effect December 9th.
Yeah.
And that is really scary because even having only like 3 staff for that entire thing, it's like they can't manage all the districts and overseeing things. But that's why they're trying to think of states to oversee, which they don't have the money to do.
Yeah.
So we are just going to be watching out and seeing what happens. But the big focus is people with disabilities being able to work, showing they're a contributing taxpayer of society
Yeah.
is a very good thing to share with elected officials, just to say so you know what to
Yeah.
share what you do as a living, because then you show them I'm not sitting in just getting money out of the federal government. I'm working and I'm paying into taxes. That shows being a contributing taxpayer.
And then also, and because members of the DRO board and other people, even Chris, your friend Marcy Strotter, went to Washington to lobby legislators from both the sides to because they got over a 10,000 calls in about a day or a week.
I don't know if it was a day or a week. I don't know. But they just knew that they were getting all these calls and people just couldn't stand it. And the thing is, there's still so much going on day in and day out to know what's going to happen for employment for people with disabilities and services getting done. We are keeping track daily so we can keep everyone up to date on what's happening.
Yes, and then going off topic to back to the Synergy conference, I attended with you for because you've been going since Synergy started. When did Synergy officially start?
I don't know the actual year, but it's been more than 10 years, okay? So
Yeah,
it's been a long time. Well, the Synergy conference um was designed so people with disabilities, their providers, county boards,
of DD
all of DDs, and lots
disability
of
organizations.
yes, getting together and having a conference where it's all about how to be impactful, how to be empowered, not having your disability or your person you serve have
Define
an
you.
impact. And that means like don't have the impact of certain laws impact your life. And we have usually the keynote speaker, and then we have different tracks. They also have this fun activity called the hut hop, where people
More
go
about
into
that.
different sessions and they and activities. One of them is called Dungeons and Dragons, but it's more about fighting for justice or learning about supported decision making. Then the other was they do have sessions, activities where people can make art. But that thing fills up like lightning. And then they also have the dance, and they also have an area where providers vend. Disability Rights Ohio was vending there. And also, we do have these t-shirts, and they gave out these synergy socks that we didn't know they would give us. And I just know that it's made so to help everyone learn how to be more independent, not have the system try to be in control of you, try to fight for justice and other things. We had a couple people who got these awards. One person, Dana Charlton, was honestly speechless when she got awarded because they didn't suspect this, and they only give about 5 synergy awards, and they had more than 50 applicants.
I think about 60, I think.
Or 60. I said more than 50.
Yes. And then, yes, because it was my first ever conference. I never knew about it. I never thought about it until you, Christine, invited me to go to the conference, and I was happy to go. And I spent the my 3 days at spent Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and left on Friday that from Kalahari Resorts, because while others registration started that Wednesday, they came in on that Wednesday and left on Friday, and they could have stayed an extra day at Kalahari to go to the bar. And then next year I plan to do the water park, but you can get lost at Kalahari. And we walked over 10,000 to 13,000 steps.
Oh, yes. And especially for people who have sensory in heavy walking, it it can make your feet so tired. And I believe one day I showed over 14,000 steps.
I showed 13,000 and then 11,000 to that Tuesday and Wednesday. That was still and then I had to help some people get up to their room because they were lost, and I'm was very happy to get to see some old friends and meet some new people. We had some fun exercises, and we met. I'll show you this book. This is the book that I unexpectedly won the Cheer on Your Team 52 Tips to Increase employee retention and engagement and loyalty by former female professional football player Jan Spence, who's a now motivational speaker, and then there were that was the Thursday general session, and then the workshop in the afternoon. I attended one of her workshops along with the John's Crazy Socks. That was my favorite, one of my favorite parts. And then on Wednesday, Nathan Turner and interim director Lindsey,
Nash.
Lindsey Nash hosted the first general session on that Wednesday, and then Thursday morning was Jan Spence, and then the workshops in the afternoon with going to one of her workshops, and then the John's Crazy Socks, and the founders of John's Crazy Socks, John Cronin, he has Down syndrome. While he and his dad started the company, they donate to Special Olympics and other disability causes like autism. And then Friday morning was the workshops, and I even got to play with Play-Doh. I hadn't played with Play-Doh since I was a kid. And then uh, and Cody Burns was the keynote speaker, who he went through a life-altering burn injury to become a motivational speaker and leader, and he's also a juggler and musician, and he even got one of the Synergy staff to put on a tutu.
Steve Oster. Yes.
Yes.
And the thing is, he was being able to carry 4 tennis balls and keep it straight. I was like, I couldn't do that in my life. I don't know how he does it. And the thing
Wow.
is, we also had the dance. It was a little bit late, and because our feet were tired, we didn't stay the entire time.
Right.
But
Because it was a fun dance, and I had to get dressed up and dolled up a little bit.
but you also were in that one session where I assisted and spoke about charting the life course, right?
Yes, and
What did you think of that?
I was good, and just I may have forgotten but it was still good. Good session. And then also I went to that about provider session, and also then one of the workshops that may do some drawing and fun exercises, including that one with playing with Play-Doh. That was a fun experience, and getting to connect with new people from all over the state. Some came from New York and I think Tennessee, and also I've even gave my report to Monica Wiley and Michelle Bishop at National Disability Rights Network about possibly coming to the conference next year to talk about voting. I even sent Synergy my idea about voting, and then also and I want to say thank you for inviting me, Christine, and I want to thank Gene Stunts for taking us to do it, and also going to Lake Erie for a little moment together about, and then also and I express my gratitude to the Kalahari staff, except for, uh, but I don't have to dwell on, but things got worked out in the end. One of the participants startled you, but he did apologize.
Yeah, well, it's just part of some people don't know how to do appropriate stuff. So, but
Yes, and
yeah,
they,
I think it's going to be
Michelle Lehman sent me an email about possibly going to Synergy. I told her how I felt, and then Christine chimed in too to Michelle and all the people who I emailed about Hattie Larm going to the Synergy conference, becoming one of the sponsors.
Yeah, because if you be a sponsor, there is that helps in a number of things. It can help with discounts, it can help with registration or the food costs. The food was great. And we really had a lot of people. We did give some suggestions, like, for instance, having a table number on each table, because when there's like 940 people, they don't know where their friends are sitting. So it's like, if Kyle was sitting at a table and I called him and I asked Kyle, what table are you sitting? And if he was at table number 26, he'd say, I'm sitting at table number 26, so that I could find
Oh,
him. Or if someone was finding their friends, they know where to look instead of walking that whole entire room. Because if there's not a table number, people can't always know when there's more than 50 tables.
and then I pray for Dana because she's gonna have hip replacement surgery. She was able to, but she needed a scooter. That's good for the people who need scooters. And you've seen a lot of different disabilities, and then and Renee Woods, who and she's now a published author. I was amazed by that, and getting to see the different disabilities at the at the at the conference. And then also and Christine, you say the county board helps pay for the conference, not for the hotel room.
Yes, for the conference. If they are in Franklin County, they pay for the registration if you don't have a waiver, but not every county does that.
Right.
It's based on the county, but if the county doesn't pay it, they usually out of their own funds. There's
Yeah.
like some counties have their own self advocacy group and have a side fund and do fundraising and stuff like that.
Like some people from People First, because
Yes,
and
there was People First of Ohio that they have the 4 organizations that co-sponsor it and have for the past 4 year or past number of years.
yeah,
Ohio Self-Determination Association, PAR, which
yeah.
used to be called Professional Advocate Resources, but now they just go by PAR.
Mhm.
And then um the this the organization that represents certain direct Ohio Association of Direct Support Professionals,
Yep,
OADSP,
yep,
and then People First of Ohio. Those are about the 4 original organizations that um coordinate this entire conference. And they have a synergy planning committee that they do. We also told them how we could try to get the um board of elections from Erie County, since that's where it's located up in,
yes,
to come over to teach about voting, because how next year is voting year.
yep.
And so we mentioned that we'd be open to work on helping them get that as an idea, as a suggestion.
Yes, that was because you gotta because our voting, they're trying, some people are taking away the right to vote, these special people with disabilities. We want to make sure we inform about the right about the right to vote, and that's the key to. And then also, and then next year's conference, I am planning to nominate somebody who's closest to me, and because she's been in the field for over they should have an award that's a lifetime achievement award, who's been in the field for about 30 or more 20 about 30 or more years in the field of DD, and I'm hoping Hattie Lorm joins up as one of the numerous sponsors for Synergy, so they can take people from Franklin County Recreation, um, uh, excel in residential services of Northeast in central Ohio, and other parts of Hattie Lorm to come to the Synergy conference. They would enjoy it, and they would possibly have an option to coming a day early like we did on that Tuesday, and then also or stay on that Saturday. And then also, and I want to thank Amanda Fairchild, Gene Stunts, and Amanda Fairchild from Dynamic Pathways for they're also the organizers of the conference too. And I thank Gene for taking you and I to and from the conference, and also having our moment at Lake Erie.
Yes. So for everyone, just know that we are here for you. And if you are interested to speak on our podcast, the please go on to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Spotify and subscribe, and also email us. We are open to ideas. If you have an issue you want to speak on and share with us.
Yes. Our email is contactdisability247@gmail.com if you feel like email is easier for you.
Thank you, Lindsey, and thank you for being our producer and occasional, because Lindsey's been on there during the autism acceptance months of last year and this year. And then also another thing, we were because in Sandusky we get the Cleveland News, Fox 8 anchor, Gabe Spiegel, he has a son with Down syndrome, because we interviewed NBC4 anchor Jared Small in Columbus, who has two sons with autism. And Gabe used to work in Columbus for ABC6 and Fox 20 before moving back to his home base of Northeast Ohio. And I want to thank the Synergy conference was a blast, and I'm hoping to get there about a day early so I can enjoy the water park with Christine, because I didn't get a chance to get in the water. I walked around the water park, but just didn't get a chance to get in the wave pool or the water slides or any of the fun stuff at the water park.
Well, we'll work on that plan. And so I'm glad that we did this, and look forward to us to hear from everybody. So thank you for coming today to listen to Kyle and I on our Disability 24/7. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify. Kyle, do you want to say one last thing?
Yes, and I want to say thank you for coming, and I want to say I had a blast at the Synergy conference. I look forward to going back next year and possibly, and definitely plan to go to the water park and get wet there. And it was a blast, and I have a better feel for around Kalahari resorts, and I would love to see more people. Maybe we can get up to 1,000 people possibly. I'm using a scenario, and possible, and also getting Hattie Larm to be one of the sponsors, the numerous sponsors for the Synergy conference. And I thank you, and I wish you a good have a great day, and thank you so much for listening and tuning in to Disability 24/7. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye bye.